up there.
Check, check, check. Now that looks like it's working, but it's
Yeah.
well, it wouldn't jump yet, right?
Yeah, it's about a minute. It's working
yeah,
there.
it
so
looks like
should
it's
be
working there.
there.
And then you could see that's the mute button. So if you hit
Yeah, yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
then it would mute that out on
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
There's a jungle over here.
Huh?
I'm in the jungle.
I know.
It's attacking me. What's up, y'all? Anything you want to do? Postures, body parts. Okay. All right. Let's play around a little bit. Kind of mix it up. We'll do some front arm stuff, which is what Becky was just talking about. Forearm bicep and into your pec. And I'll just run kind of a little potpourri. A little something for everybody, you know, one of those kind of classes. All right, take a nice seat, close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Take a few breaths. So we always say in this part of class that we're turning inward or we're setting an intention, you know, something like that. And a lot of these yoga, like, you know, little phrases are cute and all, but like, what do they actually mean? Well, here in this instance, you're doing things like listening to yourself breathe, or you're refining the breath, right? Like we do slow down the beginning of the inhale and push more on the end of the exhale, or count out the breath, or find ujjayi. We're also starting to like setting the intention is what do you want to receive from the practice? Some of us have come to exercise. Some of us have come to take our yoga a little bit further. Some of us came to, you know, hang out with our kula, our yoga family, to rehab an injury, right? Whatever it is. It's important, it's valuable, it's what brought you to the mat. We're going to use that, right, to now kind of influence and move us through our practice. And our practice is challenging. Right? When you exercise, which is what we're going to do here in our asana, this part of yoga, you're putting stress on your body. But you're setting yourself up so it's positive stress, right? And not negative stress. Even here with your breath, challenge your breath a little bit. You can not think of your breath at all and it's going to happen. Think about it. Just listen to yourself breathe. Right? That's a refinement. That's you coming closer to your breath. One of the things you hear all the time in yoga is move with your breath or stay with your breath or breath initiates the movement, right? Keep breathing. Always. Feel on the inhale. Really the first breath that happens is an exhale, right? When you popped out, your lungs were full of fluid. They had to clear out. Right? And then gravity sucked the air back in. But we're going to talk about the inhale. So on the inhale, feel the ribs start to open up. The belly comes out. You don't feel the diaphragm, but it drops. The exhale, the belly draws in. Remember, you don't feel the diaphragm, but it's going to rise. But you're going to feel the ribs compress. And you're going to go back and forth. Take a big, deep inhale. And a complete exhale. Next inhale, let the arms lift. So now the breath turns to movement. The exhale, we're going to bring the fingertips and the knuckle pads to root. We're going to let the heels of the hands lightly touch. We'll let the breath go to that space between our palms. Sit up nice and tall. Lean back a little bit. Feel the sit bones root. Feel the muscles running up the spine start to activate. Let the head and the throat slide back. And one time together to initiate our practice, together the sound of Om, all together. Deep breath in. So we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start standing. So I got to shut one of these. I got to get a burn on. We got to get a little sweat going. Mountain pose, Tadasana. So feet are hips width apart, parallel like train tracks. This is what they want to do. This is the misalignment, right? We're going to work from our heels. So feel your heels root. Now reach the outer edge of your foot. You're going to feel the outer edge root until you get to the pinky toe. Push the pinky toe mound down. Not the pinky toe itself, the mound. That's this part before you get to the toe. Now widen your foot to the middle and push the big toe mound down. You can see my feet super alive. You can see yours super alive. The arches are lifting up instead of this arch trying to collapse, right? Sweep the inner heels out. Pull that energy up the legs. So hug your shins in. You feel your inner thighs start to engage. The sweep out is glute med and piriformis. Pull your heels to your butt, hamstrings. Pull your kneecaps up to your waist. I have pants on, but if I had shorts on, you'd see every muscle right now in my legs super fired up. Arms along the sides, spread the fingers. Hug in like you're squeezing into the center. Yep. Pull your pelvic floor up. Pull your belly button in. Pull your shutters closed, right? Shutters want to blow open. Whoosh, close them. Take the head and the throat back a little bit. Mountain pose. Now every muscle's hugging into a bone. We're trying to stabilize ourselves. One more breath. Feel the ribs starting to expand a little more. Next inhale, take the arms up. Exhale by the side. Inhale, take the arms up. Look down. Notice, did your feet turn off? If they did, reactivate them again. Pull that energy up the legs. Did they let go? If they did, fire them back up. Even here, my arms, right? You can see I'm holding these. I'm isometrically engaging. That means without moving the muscle, right? I'm squeezing. One more. This time as the arms come up, let that right hand grab that left wrist, take that little side bend towards the left wall. Root down into that left heel. Let's split at your waist. So root down from the hip, but breathe up above the waist. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale, the arms up. Swap. So now we're going to go towards the wall with the hand. Take the head and the throat back. Take the arms back a little bit deeper. Yep. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale, the arms up. Charge the legs. Belly's in. Sit bones are down, so the low back's nice and safe. Maybe start to look up to the sky. Maybe start to curl back a little bit. Feel that peel come up your belly. Come up your chest and your neck and your face and your arms and out of your fingertips. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to the tops of the thighs. Heels of the hands right here at the crease of your hip. Sit back like a supported chair pose. Push your hands down into the tops of your thighs. We're trying to persuade a little space. Remember, we always talk about, here's the attachment points for the quads. So we're going to take our hand and push down a little bit and try to persuade a little space there. One more breath. Push down, rise up, take the arms up. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, take that right hand behind your back. Let your left hand come to your elbow. Push your head into your forearm. Start to stand up nice and straight. If this happens, right, this is the misalignment. You got to take the hips back. When you're standing up, let that happen through your spine, especially in that middle upper back, like between your shoulder blades, thoracic spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Swap. Micro bend in the knees. Be careful you're not hyperextending. If you were hyperextending, you'd be pushing your kneecaps to the wall behind you. Remember we said we want to pull our kneecaps up to our waist. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. Find where your space is, fingertips or blocks. Get the spine to go nice and straight here. That's what's going to determine your height. Now keep pushing down into your feet. Rip that front heel back and those back toes forward. If this back thigh is doing this on you, it wants to collapse, you're going to stay up high in the ball of the foot like this. See my back foot? If I feel like I can hold that up, I want to reach the heel back behind me. Yep. One more breath. As you look forward, step forward. Keep the knees bent. Reach the left leg back. Lunge. Hips width apart on your feet. This isn't a balance beam pose, right? We have some balance beam poses, but this isn't one of them. This is neutral width. So just hips width apart. If you need a little more space, you could always be a hair wider. As you put, that'll help with the balance. As you push down, start hugging and see how I'm pulling this way into my center. My hands, right, they're just connecting. I'm not putting any weight into them. Yep. Then maybe I reach back out of my heel, just like I reach forward out of my knee and my crown of my head. Even side to side, I'm expanding. One more breath. Look forward, step forward, swing the arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, bring the arms in front, plug them in, bring the right across your body, bring the left to your left hand to support that right arm. Now the move is here. This is what wants to happen. Now my rotator cuff is just hanging out for dear life. I want to be plugged in, short arm, yep, and I just go across the midline and I get this medial delt right here to stretch a little bit, the middle shoulder muscle. Exhale, release, arms in front, plug across the body. The rest of you, Tadasana. Your body's full on right now, right? Lots of stabilization going on. Legs might even be like quivering a little bit because they're starting to get a little long under tension. That's okay. That's how they get stronger. One more breath. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up, maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Keep the weight balanced in the feet. Remember, work from your heels, outer edge of the foot to the pinky toe mound, widen the foot to the midline, big toe mound pushes down. Inhale, look forward. Keep those legs nice and charged. Draw your fingers back towards your toes to pull your spine forward, and then maybe exhale, fold into the pose a little deeper. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Shoulders should line up on top of your wrist crease, right? This is me in front of my wrist crease. This is me behind, right? I want to set it right up on top. And I want to reach out of my heel so I'm in dorsiflexion. Now push back, downward dog. So now we measured it out. We have our distance set up. First downward dog, any downward dog, you could bend your knees. But on the first one, let's all bend our knees a little bit, soften it up so we can work the upper body a little bit easier. Now as you hug the hands into the midline, keep those forearms lifting up away from the mat. Keep your inner biceps lifting up away from the mat. Slide the back of your neck forward, like to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the front of the room. Pull your pelvic floor in, your belly in, and your shutters closed. Now push your hands down and forward. Take your chest back towards your toenails. Now you start deepening that stretch, coming through the arms and the chest. Working through those lats, those muscles on your back on the outside.
Now engage the legs. Now maybe start to straighten the legs. So you reach from the hips down the bottom of, down the back of the legs, now the bottom of the heels. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Keep it going, your breath. So if it's 2 seconds to inhale, it should take us 2 seconds to come forward to plank. If it's 2 seconds to exhale, it should take us 2 seconds, right, to push back. That's how we're staying with our breath. One more. And as you come forward to plank, exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. So I could be low here, right? I could be up a little bit higher, wherever you want to play. But everybody's shoulders are back, like I'm squeezing a marshmallow between my shoulder blades, and down. This is what wants to happen. It's this way. And then lower the chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Remember, the cues that we give you are never the things that go right. Right? The cues are always the things that want to go wrong. The misalignments, right? We're trying to energize so that we can correct where those misalignments want to pull us. Remember, it felt better to bend your knees. Bend your knees. It feels better to straighten your legs. Straighten your legs. One's not better than the other. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. As the shoulders go back and down, the back of the heart goes forward out of the front of the chest. After your 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Remember, knees count. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana, 1 crescent. So front knee is going to be right on top of the ankle. It's going to track that second toe, the one next to my big toe. As you rip those back toes forward, bring that left hip forward and down a little bit. Pull the pelvic floor up. When you pull the belly button in, feel the top of the pelvis come back. It's like sacrum goes back a little bit. Now reach up. Now maybe curl back. Exhale the hands down. Left hand stays down. Turn the bicep forward so you root the shoulder back. Draw the right elbow back. Maybe twist. Or maybe reach as you twist. Reach back out of the heel. Reach forward out of the knee and the crown of the head. Reach up out of the fingertips. Maybe start to look up the arm. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through 1 vinyasa. Stay with your breath. Remember, I'll always be ahead of you a little bit. Stay with your breath. Nice pace, y'all. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Find the space. When you're ready, so I bring my blocks if I need to. Come up, Virabhadrasana, 1 crescent. This time that right hip's going to come forward and down a little bit. When you pull the shutters closed, you're going to feel this lift through your spine. That's when we maybe curl back into the pose. Maybe we look up. 1 more breath. Exhale the hands down. The right hand stays down. Turn the bicep forward to root into the shoulder. Draw the left elbow back. When you twist, twist above your waist. So don't let that right hip drop on you. It's going to try to. What will help is reach back out of the heel. Maybe look up the arm. Inhale, come back to center. Nice, y'all. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through 1 vinyasa. Awesome. Keep sweeping your inner heels away from each other. Keep the legs engaged. Keep the arms lifting up away from the mat. Keep the back of the neck sliding forward. Bring the chest towards the toenails. And breathe. That's it. Keep pushing the hands down and forward. Get the weight to go back into the legs. That's how we're going to be able to hold ourselves up a little bit longer. One more breath. Nice, y'all. Look forward. Bend your knees. Step or jump between your hands. Swing your arms up. Take a nice big reach. Curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Take your feet so that they're shoulders width or even mats width. We'll play a little more dynamic now. But they're still parallel. They're going to try to do this, right? So we want to get them to go nice and parallel with each other. Now charge the legs up. If you breathe first up into the ribs, now you can take the shoulders back. Yep. Next exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. Exhale, folds. Inhale, comes up. Stay with your breath. As you fold, maybe you reach the arms up overhead. You feel that stretch as they come away from your butt, come up your forearm and up those biceps and into those pecs, that area we talked about. Front arm line. Stay with your breath. If it's 2 seconds, right, to inhale, to exhale, how long it's going to take us to fold? 2 seconds inhale, how long it's going to take to come back up? One more. And as you come up, release the hands. Heel toe your way back in so your hips width apart. Swing the arms up. Take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Take the right hand to the outside of the left calf. Left hand to fingertips, to your block like this, to your hip, whatever feels good. If you want to flare the arm, you're going to take this right hand, you're going to turn the back of your hand to the outside of your left, like your left ankle there. Then you're going to take that left arm up to the sky. Inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. When you're ready, swap. So I could be wherever feels good to me. If I'm going to reach that arm up, I'm taking the left hand and I'm going to turn the palm towards the brick wall. So the back of my hand is to the outside of my ankle. And then maybe I'm going to reach the right arm up to the sky. Maybe I'm even going to look up that right arm. Inhale, come back to center. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take a nice big reach. Sit back into chair pose. Push down, rise up. Sit back a little bit deeper. Push down, rise up. Yep. Sit back a little bit deeper. We're going to do 5. Lift those arms up. Yep. Push down, rise up. Hips go back first before the knees bend. Yep. One more. That butt to go back. Lift those arms up. Sit back nice and deep. Take a breath here when you're all the way down. Nice. Push down, rise up. Awesome. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So start to flow a little bit here. Another challenge, right, as we start to flow. Transitions are challenging. That's why we want to stay with our breath. We want to set those foundations. We want to engage. We want to express the best that we can. We'll meet back in downward dog. Full breath in, complete breath out. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel, walk the hands to the inside of the right foot. We're on a balance beam, which means our front heel's in line with our back arch. So this is a balance beam pose. Stick your butt back on the left side till you see and feel this thigh go back in space. Now keep it there. Even if this knee pulled in, that's okay. Now climb the elbow to the knee. Yep. Bring the arm in front, plug it in, sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. Now I got to open the inside of this thigh, right? These adductors. So I want to open up my right side body. See, I don't want this to happen where I'm just crushing the inside of my hip. I got to open that up. Yep. Now I can go pelvic floor up, belly in, shutters closed. I feel my belly moving away from the floor. I want that. Now I lengthen my sit bone to my heel or sweep your right heel towards that left wall. Have your front toes facing straight forward. Yeah, keep straight. Yeah. Now maybe start to rotate open. Breathe. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Bow to the inside of that right thigh, humble warrior. Look to the front left corner of your mat. Now maybe start to reach the arms overhead. Go to those forearms and biceps again, those pecs. One more breath. Exhale the hands down. Spin the back heel up, downward dog. Full breath in, complete breath out. Nice, y'all. Get the weight to go into the legs, so keep pushing the hands down and forward. Keep your chest working back towards your shins or your toenails. If you look to the sides, your ears or your cheeks should be in line with your biceps. That's how you know your arms are overhead and you're pushing that weight back into your legs. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Nice, y'all. Walk your hands to the inside of that left foot as you spin that back heel down. See, I set myself up on the balance beam. So if I drew a line, right, the heel is going to line up with the arch. Then I climb the elbow to the knee. Then I plug the arm in. I sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Here's what we talked about. See, I don't want a side crescent here. I want to open my left side body so I'm not collapsing into that front left hip crease. My upper trunk is actually moving up away from that crease. If I want to go hand down to the block or the floor, right, whatever your flavor is. If you want to rotate open, you take the top of the ribs back and the bottom of the ribs forward, so you're working through the spine. Maybe look up, you should be looking right into your bicep. One more breath. Push into your front heel. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Swap the hands, right? If the left pinky was under last time, right goes under this time. And we bow to the inside of that left thigh. We look to the front right corner of the mat. That's the spine nice and long. Feel the back of the neck engaging. Then as the arms start to reach overhead, we intensify that stretch in that area we've been working today. One more breath. Nice, y'all. Exhale the hands down. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog. Exhale, lower your knees, sit back on your heels, take a little break. Grab a drink, wipe your face. All right, so we're going to play with a little alternating side plank. I've done this with most of you before, okay? If you haven't done it, the idea is that this is the action of the pec that we're going to work right now, right? Is going to be this or this, okay? We're working this action, okay? But instead of doing this from the arm out to the side into the chest, we're going to move the chest into the arm, right? So I'm going to do this. Same thing, just moving from the other place, right? So what you want to do is to have your feet a little bit wider in this is going to be a little more accessible with the balance and for you to kind of learn that action. So I'm going to come into my side plank, right? Now, when I come back, remember what we said the action was? When I come back, I want it to be this. Right? Remember, this is the action. Slow and engaged. Right? So I can hold myself up by pulling into this area. Does that make sense? You know it's not easy. I don't ask you to do anything that's easy. Right? This shit's all a challenge. It's a challenge for me. You hear my heart rate came up a little bit. Right? That's just a game. Now, if you want to just hold static, one's not going to be better than the other. When we roll, right, you could set yourself up here. You could set yourself up wherever you want to come into your side plank. And then about halfway through, I'll say swap side two. And if you're alternating, you're going to work here. back and forth. And you're going to try to see if you can do that floating plank as you come in with the one arm, right, before you put the other one down. It's all going to be right here. Want to give it a try? Come on, we'll set it up. So let's start out all fours, hands, and knees. Then we're going to step back to plank. Now, we tend to show you all the time work in your side plank from downward dog because it's a little easier because the hips are up. Not easy, but easier. If you want to work from plank, this would be a little more challenging. It's not one better than the other. Wherever you're at, roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front, come to side plank. If you're going to hold, stay. If you're going to alternate, you're going to inhale, come back to center, see if you can find that floating plank, swap the hands. Swap over to side 2. Come back to that floating plank. Go again. If you're holding that side plank, keep turning the bicep forward. Keep the legs nice and charged. If you're alternating, keep going. If you're holding, come back to neutral, swap side 2. If you're alternating, keep going. If you're holding, look up that arm. Keep those hips lifting up away from the floor. Keep turning that bicep forward. If you're alternating, balance your sides out. If you're holding, come back to center, push back downward dog. If you're alternating, we're all going to meet back in downward dog. When you balance both sides out, exhale, lower the knees. How'd that go? You look good, right? So one of the challenges that I always say to y'all is you need to be able to start, stop, and hold, right? Accelerate, decelerate, and stabilize yourself. We were just doing that, right? We get the momentum going, but then what do we have to do? We got to stop it. Then we have to hold it, right? And set it all together. And then we're going to go again. And that's just a play, right? Just another little game. All right, let's go where are we? On our bellies. We warmed it up. Let's stretch it. Take the right arm out to the side, palm down. Bend the left knee. Roll towards your right hip. Step that left foot behind you. Kind of like wilding on the floor. Yeah, right arm out to the side, like to the brick wall. You should have your fingers like facing the brick wall with your arm out to the side. Yep. Now, I always show y'all with the left hand in front like this to support that right shoulder. Now, some of you are going to want to interlace your hands behind your back. Go for it. It just makes the pose a little more challenging. The closer to your butt, the more accessible. All right? The higher up towards your head or your shoulders, the more challenging that will be. Everybody wants to keep, as you claw the floor, you're going to drag yourself forward to the wall with the window and the door. That's going to stretch the forearm and the bicep. Then you're going to take the left shoulder back. That's going to stretch the chest on the right side, the pec. One more breath. If your hands are clasped, release. Inhale, come back to center. Take a breath. Then we're going to take left hand out to the side, palm down, so your hands going towards the wall with the window and the door out to the side. Then you're going to bend your right knee, and you're going to roll towards your left hip. So I step the foot behind. Then I use my right hand to help support, or I take my hand behind my back. If you're going to take your hand behind your back, swap the hand hold. Give that opposite pinky a chance to be underneath. And then you're going to drag yourself forward to work the forearm and the bicep. So 2 different things that we're going to get here. Then as we take that right shoulder back, that left chest starts to stretch a little bit deeper. Remember, I think it was last week I showed y'all like pectoral wall stretch on the wall. We're doing it on the floor here. Inhale, come back to center. Yeah, right? That's a lot. This is tight. These are like super tight areas for us. And then push back, hero's pose. Your bicep attaches to your scapula, your shoulder blade, one of the heads of the bicep. And what it'll do is it will do this and hike it up. That's why in chaturanga, right, as your bicep engages when your elbow bends, you need to make sure that your forearms are straight up and down. Because when your forearm falls this way, see how it contributes to this? right? If my forearm's straight up and down though, I can hold this position back. That's why it's important to keep those forearms up, forearms straight up and down. All right, let's try hero's pose. So reach down, bisect the calves out, so push the outside one away, and then sit back between your heels. Unsickle your feet, so turn your feet out, and your butt will go a little lower to the floor. If your butt doesn't touch, no problem. Just take the block or the blanket underneath you, bring the floor up a little higher. Take a nice breath here. Flick your toenails down into the mat. Hug your shins in so you feel like you're lifting up away from the floor. And then just take the hands behind you like this. So you're going to turn your hands out this way. That's going to stretch this again, right, as we go back. Belly button in. Pubic bone to the sky, or sit bones to the backs of your knees, however you want to think of your pelvis. If you want to lay back, go for it. If you want to stay here, awesome. Wherever you want to play. Keep those belly buttons in, working to the spines. Keep those shutters closing, ribs working to the spine. Go slow. Keep hugging your knees into the midline. They're going to try to splay away from each other. Don't let them. One more breath. And then inhale, come up nice and tall. All fours, hands and knees. Turn your hands out. There's that stretch again. Then reach the right leg back, open up the knee and the hip. Belly's in. Notice how your belly wanted to fall to the mat. Mine did. Pull that belly to the spine. Lower that right leg down, right knee down, take the left leg back. Feel that stretch coming up the forearms and the bicep. Doing a little 2 for 1 here, and then lower the knee. Inhale, unwind, sit back on your heels, give your wrists a little spin. Yep. All right, inhale, come up, exhale, hands down, all fours. Take a breath. When you're ready, step back to plank. Shoulders on top of the wrist crease. We're reaching out of our heels. Bellies to spine, sit bones towards the backs of your knees. So what's the misalignment? This. My sit bones want to go to the sky and cram my low back. It's got to go this way. Boop. Now, like, that's too much, right? But, like, that's not enough. I got to feel my low back fill in as I do this. I want my sacrum, that's this, the top part of your pelvis, is going towards the sky, right? Not towards the floor. Keep breathing. Arms starting to quiver a little bit. Good. That's time under tension. That's what we want. It means we're getting stronger. Keep those bellies in. Reach back out of your heels. Reach forward out of the crown of the head. Keep breathing side to side. Keep pushing down. Feel yourself lifting away from the mat. One more breath. Lift the hips, downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees. Step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Curl back a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Nice, y'all. Spread your toes on your right foot. Inhale your left leg up, open the hip, take the ankle over the knee. Sit back, standing pigeon. Keep the right sit, this wants to happen. So you got to take the right sit bone back a little bit more. Let the left knee reach forward. Keep sitting back. You could push your hands together. I'm holding my low shin. It keeps my knee from kind of wrenching out. So I'm kind of creating a little rotation in my shin, but you could have your hands pushing together or one hand on your ankle and one hand on just below your knee. Yeah, take your hands down to the floor if you want to, whatever feels good. One more breath. Push down, rise up. Release that left leg in front. Yep. Take the arms up. Maybe look up. Maybe close your eyes. Open the eyes. Exhale, release. Swap side too. So I'm going to root down into that left foot. Right leg comes up. I open the hip, bring the ankle above the knee. When I sit back, I'm going to reach my left sit bone back a little more than my right. I'm going to stay active from my feet like I'm pushing on a gas pedal. I'm going to keep my left heel nice and heavy. So I can move my toes on my left foot, but I cannot move my heel and I cannot move the ball of my foot. What do? Just like I did. You laugh and you just keep on going again, right? One more breath. Push down, rise up. Release that leg, bring the knee in front. Hug in here. Yeah, lift that knee up. Then maybe the arms go up. Keep the sacrum back. This is going to want to happen. It's this way. Yep. Maybe we look up. Maybe we close our eyes. Open the eyes. Exhale, release. Awesome. All right, grab your mask, find a spot on the wall. If you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back. And then you interlace your hands behind your thigh as you reach your heel to the sky. Take a bunch of breaths. And you can swap into side two. If you are at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert. You're always welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you. Okay? I'll talk everyone through downward dog and L pose, but you can work your handstands or your headstands or your tripods or your pinches or anything you want to mess with. Okay? You can do if you want to go even further, you could try to do like a forearm, like a pincha, lifting the head off the floor to a headstand. You could work one-handed handstand, anything you want to mess with. Working in this one arm, all right, anything you want to play with. So if you're going to go on your own, go for it. If you want to stick with me, all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. We're going to take a couple breaths. When we're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog. Step one foot up the wall, then the second foot up the wall. With the knees bent, you'll be in downward dog inverted. With the legs straight, you'll be in L pose. Nice, y'all. Yes, nice, Jen. This looks awesome, y'all. You stay as long as you want. When you're ready, you come down, you take a couple breaths, you try again. Remember what the challenge of yoga is here, right? Stay calm, stay cool, stay collected, keep breathing. Soften your face, right? While your ass overhead. That's a hell of a challenge. Awesome. Nice, y'all. And we'll be here for another minute or so, so take your time, right? Feel free to try a couple things. If you're inverted out, you can always go legs up the wall, right? Do a pose that feels good. maybe about 30 seconds. And then let's meet on our backs. I'll talk you through bridge and wheel, right? We'll do 2 back bends, first bridge, then wheel. But you could always do supported bridge, right, where the block goes at the sacrum. So we're going to start on our backs. Our knees are bent. Our feet are on the floor. They're hips width apart. We don't want them any narrower. They can go a hair wider for that little bit of balance, but we want to keep them we just don't want to go any narrower because we're going to lose power from there. Feel your heels with your fingertips. That's a good way to know that your knees are going to be stacked up on top of your ankles. That's where we want them. See if my feet are forward like this. See how my knees are behind my ankles? I want to make sure I get them stacked up. Bring your sacrum flat to the floor. That's the back of your pelvis, belly button to spine. Shoulders are back. Head's pushing back into the mat. If you want to robot your arms for a little more support, robot your arms. You want to keep them out to the side, whatever feels good. Now charge those legs up, just like we've been doing today. So push into your heels, sweep your inner heels out, hug your shins in, pull your heels to your butt. Belly to spine. Shutters closed. Head and shoulders back. Now slowly lift the hips. Go slow. Y'all are strong. If you go too fast, you'll overlift the hips and the knees will splay out to the side. If the knees are splaying out to the side, it's because you're lifting your hips too much or you're not controlling your adduction. But most of the time, it's because this happens. And as I lift too high, see my knees want to splay out. So I got to keep the inner thighs working in and down. Wiggle the shoulders under a little bit. Maybe interlace the hands behind your back. Get that stretch again through the arms, through the shoulders, through the chest. Let the knees reach forward. Let the upper palate of the mouth reach back. One more breath. Release the hands if they're there. Slowly lower down. See if you get your sacrum to land flat on the mat. Then take your feet wide. Let your knees touch. One hand on your heart and one hand on your low belly. Go back to the breath. Now on the second one, first I'll bring you up into bridge and then wheel, but play whatever feels good to you, okay? Inhale, open the knees, reset the feet, bring the arms back along the sides, get that distance set up. Sacrum's flat, head and shoulders are back. Charge the legs, the core, and when you're ready, slowly lift the hips. If you're going to interlace your hands behind your back, swap the hand hold. If you're going to go for wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat. You're going to turn your hands out so your elbows come in line with the outside of your shoulders. Plug your shoulders back like you're pushing your shoulder blades back into the mat. When you're ready, push down to come up. If you need to lift your heels up, it lengthens the curve. It makes the back bend a little more accessible. One more breath. Stay engaged as you lower down. Take the feet wide. Let the knees touch. If your right hand was on your heart last time, left hand to the heart, and then opposite hand to your low belly. And go back to the breath. Right? Such a powerful part of the practice. We're like literally flipping things upside down. First our inversions, right? And now our spines. Think of what your spine does all day, the exact opposite, right? Foam back or getting stuck seated at the desk all day and that upper back rounds. We're going the other way. Now keep the feet wide, open the knees, and then just windshield wiper side to side. When you balance both sides out, come to neutral. Hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Make a couple small circles on your low back or on the sacrum there. It feels nice. Come to neutral. Rock yourself up to a seated position. Take your right leg straight out. Bend your left knee. Have your kneecap and your toes pointing straight up on that right leg. So you might have to reach down to the sit bone. You're going to pull it back and out. And you're going to turn the inner thigh in. On this knee, hug in. It's going to try to do this. We want to hug this way. Take your left hand behind you and your right bent elbow to the outside of that knee. It's going to help hug the knee in a little bit. Sit up nice and tall. Twist to the up knee side. Unless you need to open twist, then you would twist to the straight out leg side. Spin the left shoulder back, baby. Start to peek over the shoulder. Any issues with your neck, we always keep our neck in line with our chest and our twists. If you want to peek over though and you feel comfortable there, go for it. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center, swap the legs. See when I first put this leg out, see what wants to happen? The toes want to turn out. If you could see my kneecap, it's kind of pointing over there a little bit. So I reach down, I turn that thigh in. Now the kneecap's straight up and the toes are straight up. Then I take my right hand behind me, my left bent elbow to the outside of the knee. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, so push your right hand to the wall behind you. It's going to sit you up. And then twist to the up knee. Maybe even peeking over that shoulder a little bit. Keep hugging the big toe mount in on the right foot. Keep breathing up above the waist on the inhale. And on the exhale, twist into the pose a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back to center. Take both legs out straight for a moment. Then take your legs wide. Bend your right knee. Bring your heel either here to the inside of the thigh. If you need this to be a little more challenging, you bring your heel in line with your pubic bone. I do inside the thigh. When you bring your heel to your pubic bone, it makes it wider, so it makes it a little more challenging. Turn the thigh in, all right, whatever you got to do so we're nice and set up. Janu Shirshasana. Inhale the arms up. Twist towards that left leg. Fold down the inside of the thigh. Yep. So I don't want to disengage the arm. Remember we talked about that? That's my rotator cuff hanging on for dear life. My arm is only this long. So as I fold, maybe I go for my knee, maybe my shin. If I grab my foot, see how I still got a little bend here? I'm not disengaging. My strap would certainly be my friend, right? If I need a little more space. The little QL trick I show y'all, you take your right hand and you turn your palm forward so your thumb is down. Then you take your hand to the outside of the foot. It's like you're going into the twist. Then I just push forward with my foot like a gas pedal and right here stretches. There's that QL. This is icky on a lot of us. One more breath. And then inhale, come up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands in front. Swap side two. Like for me, whenever I go into a pose like this, when I'm going to stress my arms, see when I go for my fold, right? I always keep my elbows bent a little bit because for me, that lets me know if I'm going to do this, my arms are straight, I'm probably going to pull my arm out of the socket. But if I can keep a little bit of bend in my elbows, I know I'm going to be able to hold on to that space. Now that's what works for me, right? You got to see or feel what's going to work for you. Come on, let's give it a try. Inhale the arms up, twist towards that right leg, fold down the inside of the leg. And then just keep a little bend in your elbows. And then you'll notice how far you can reach. If the arms go straight, it's not that your arms can't go straight, it's that you know when they go straight, you're getting to your end range. And then you can feel a little more like, let me make sure I'm plugging those arms in. All right, let me make sure I'm going deeper here at the hip crease instead of at the belly so the upper back doesn't just round. Your upper back will round a little bit. We're not stick figures, but you don't want to do this. This is our misalignment. So don't look at your junk. Look out in front of you, like out in front of your foot. You're not going to get there, but think that you're going to go out there. Yep. One more breath. And then inhale, come up nice and tall. Exhale, hands in front. Both legs out, then to the middle, then lay on your backs. Take the arms up overhead, take a nice big stretch. Reach, spread the fingers, spread the toes. Feel all that space that we make. Hug those knees to your chest. Take those knees wide, come to happy baby. Ananda Balasana. With your knees wider than your shoulders. Draw your knees towards your ears. And there's a nice stretch. Back of the hip. Inside of the thigh. You can reach one leg out or both legs out, whatever feels good here. And when you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Bless you. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. And as we lay back, we let the legs stretch out. Let the feet gently roll open. Let the arms come along the sides. As the open palm turns to the sky, you feel the shoulders settle back. Let your head rest back. Maybe let your eyes close. Let the tongue soften from the roof of the mouth as we let the body get heavy. Let your mind turn back to the breath. Let your heart open. With each breath, the exhale is going to clear, it's going to remove, it's going to make space. And the inhale is going to draw in something new, all that change, all that hard work that you did. And the heart gets ready to move the practice into the yoga of life, where it knows we will be challenged again. Here on the mat, the challenges are fun. We do them together. We honor things that go well for us, and we honor things that are a little more challenging. We play. But in the yoga of life, that's not always the case. But we still go about those moments just the same. We take a breath, we set a foundation, we engage. And we express the best that we can in the moment. Begin here to draw in a deeper breath. As the breath washes over you, feel from your toes to your fingers, the crown of your head to your heart as we reawaken that better version of ourselves. As the fingers and the toes begin to wiggle, the arms and the legs begin to stretch or reach, move in a way that feels good to us. Taking your time, moving slowly, consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. When you're ready, you can push your hands down, come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. One more time to seal in our practice, our time together. The sound of Om. Deep breath in.
As we softly bow our head to our hearts, our heads to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Super fun as always. You know, if you have any questions or something feels weird, get me before you go. Maybe I'll see some of y'all tomorrow or Saturday. We'll be at it again. If not, I'll see you soon. Thanks, y'all. And if you couldn't place the song, yes, it was Metallica for Shavasana. It was one. It was.
You do Linkin Park sometimes too.
I do, yeah. Dude, I love that dude who does like, it's just like, for me, it's very fitting. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I want to play in Shavasana. I'll see you later. Thanks, home crew. Good to see y'all.